Well, Eze ain't going to get back in. No. Odegaard, I thought was okay again yesterday, but he's got to be better than okay. I'm not and I'll tell you what, Odegaard will be loving this because it's all on Gyökeres really. What I mean? And I felt like yesterday, he done okay. He done okay at Villa Park. I thought he was okay, maybe just slightly above okay. Weren't man of the match, Martin Keown.
I did have to disagree with that. I was a bit shocked.
I think everyone did.
I think Tillemans was outstanding.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
Morgan
did you see that in-betweeners meme of Martin Odegaard?
No,
of him like shuffling when everyone's like, put your foot in, he wouldn't put his foot in.
But he needs to, because like Eze's had a couple of indifferent performances and been left out. And you think to yourself, okay, fair enough, I'll go along with that. But if you're not going to do that with other players as well, the harmony of the team might just start,
Do you know the problem with Eze Odegaard? Because I'm in the camp of I would play Eze ahead of Odegaard. Okay. But the problem you've got is when Eze's bad, he's terrible. Mm-hmm. When Odegaard's bad, at least he puts a shift in. And I think Arteta looks at that and goes, well, at least he's pressing people. Yeah. Where Eze, it looks like he's barely broke a sweat. Yeah. He's just strolling around the pitch, and I think that's what goes against him. When he's good, he's like top quality Eze. But when we saw it against Villa, we saw it in other games. Yeah. I think that's what he's got. Like you said at Palace, he might get away with that.
Well, but I think you look at Eze, you can say that, but I think Crystal Palace match-winning performance against Spurs. I haven't seen Odegaard match-winning performances. Certainly at Newcastle we did when he came on. But I want to see some match-winning performances when you go, right, we won that game because of Martin Odegaard. We can say that with Eze on a couple of occasions. Even the game against Man City with the pass to Martinelli, you've got Martin coming in at the moment, and I'm fed up with this, he's good at pressing. Well, maybe he should have worked at my dry cleaners then. But he's got to be more than just a presser.
I agree with you. For me, I look at Odegaard as a player like 22-23, one of the best attacking midfielders in the league. I think he's getting slightly left behind, if I'm being totally honest. I think sort of with Zinchenko and Jesus, they came in, they were game changers, and then we sort of elevated, and they're obviously probably... I look at Odegaard now. I mean, Odegaard's got no goals this season. He's got 2 assists, 1 in the Prem, 1 in Europe. I know he's been injured as well, but if you was playing against Arsenal, is Odegaard a player that you're going to be like, you've got to stop him? He's a scary player, keep him off the ball. I don't think Odegaard damages the opposition enough.
Well, he's
drifts to that right-hand side, he links up with Saka all the time, never really goes to the left. He had a couple good shots against Villa, but I just think we need more. Every time we play, you go, Odegaard played okay, and I think, well, you're the captain, you're on 200 grand a week.
Yeah, you've got to be more better than that.
You need to win us games sometimes.
I think with Odegaard, for me, it's that his quality is undeniable. He's just too predictable. I know already what every move he's going to do. I already know you're going over to Saka, and I already know you're going to look over to that right-hand side. And it's like, what else do you have in your locker? I know you're so good. I know you have this quality. We've seen it. So why are you predictable in almost every game? And it is kind of frustrating. I think, whereas you look at Eze is an unpredictable player where, like, 1 minute he's just walking around and you're like, but then next minute he's putting an amazing ball over to Martinelli to score an equaliser. Do you know what I mean? He's on the edge of the box for Spurs and he's scoring a hat-trick. Like, I'm looking at Odegaard like, you need to get that unpredictability back in you, because I feel like I know every single move. So probably as a defender in the opposition team, it's like, well, if I just stay by Saka and Odegaard and I do well, then cool, I've done my job against him.
I think that's the perfect point you made, the unpredictability, because let's not forget that is not the season when we had him on loan, but his first actual season for us. It was 22, 23 maybe, or maybe not. He's got he's up there with like top 3 goal scoring Premier League seasons of all time from midfield. Goals. 15 non-penalty goals in a single season from that same position. That's more than Lampard and Gerrard were getting in them positions. So he's shown he can do it. I remember that. It was that one move. We talk about predictability. I already know that how many times I can envision it in my head. The right corner of the box, Odegaard here, Saka here, and Timber or Ben White making that overlap run, and then they fluff about of it there. And I've seen that a million times. But I remember in that season, Zinchenko used to come down on the left and cut it back, and we used to call it like the ozone. Is that Odegaard just next to the penalty spot, and he'd drag it back to him and he'd first time finish it. I think he scored about 8-9 goals, exact same. Chelsea,
Newcastle,
Wolves,
Man United.
yeah, and it was always the same.
Yeah.
And I don't think he scored one of them in 2-3 years. And it's like, where did that go? Like, has that been coached out of him? And then I gave him the excuse of, I don't think Declan Rice is the best at receiving the ball. I don't think he's the best in build-ups. But then we brought in Zubimendi, and I think Zubimendi is almost like doing what Odegaard's job for him. Like, Odegaard needs to push up more. Yeah. He's coming deep to grab the ball and dictate play a bit. But I almost think to him, just leave that to Zubimendi. I think he's shown, whilst Odegaard's been out, that he's way more capable at doing that than Declan Rice is. So just sort of trust Zubimendi a bit to actually break the lines and get it to Odegaard in. Because Eze's really good at finding them pocket spaces. He's always floating in the pockets. I think Odegaard could learn a bit from that. Push up a bit, take a bit more risk. You've got Zubimendi there now. Don't have to have that thought of, but I've got to go help and build up and stuff. And maybe Saliba being out is maybe affected him a bit. He's thought he's had to help with Saliba being out with the build up. But I think finding them pockets more, we'll see a bit more for him. But to be fair to him, he doesn't shy away. I will say that. He might not affect a game every game, but he always wants the ball. He'll take that. He might misplace a pass or do it, but he doesn't shy away. He's
no, that's the quality he has.
Do you think he's in our strongest team? Like, if we had a cup final tomorrow, are you picking?
Yeah,
100%.
I think he is.
I think he is Arteta's man. You know what I mean? He's going to live by it.
Yeah.
And you know, listen, I get why he's in the team. I do, you know what I mean? But I just think that at the end of the day, he's got to produce a little bit more. Even yesterday, like, you know, as Kenny saying, he's linking up, playing all that, but he never created nothing, never really looked like scoring. You know what I mean? Like, I actually looked at the game against Leicester. They kept showing this game, the Aston Villa game here like yesterday. And there was one time, it was a lovely little move, which Gyökeres was involved in, by the way, little flick. It comes to him, he got a shot on his right foot if he wants it. He didn't shoot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, cuts inside, then he got it out wide. But you know, Eze would have had the shot there. He might have won the game. You know, that could be a game-changing moment. I think he's got to add that to his game. Otherwise, I think Eze is going to take his place.
Yeah. I've got a quick question for everyone. Obviously, we've got Wolves next. Out of these three players, who are you starting? Odegaard, Eze, or Ethan Nwaneri against Wolves?
Well,
Odegaard for me. I think it's a no-brainer.
Odegaard will, you know what I mean? I know that you're going to say Eze, but like, I'm going to say with the manager's going to pick Odegaard.
Yeah, I think we all know it'll be Odegaard, but like, it's nice you mentioned Nwaneri there, because yet again, last night,
done well when he came on.
Yeah, but
should have started.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Could we have started him with the lack of minutes he's get? And we moan about, like I said, we're moaning about injuries all the time. But are we using our squad well enough? Was last night the game where we could have gone, Nwaneri play, and he could have played in the 10. He could have played on the right. Maybe he could have played instead of Zubimendi and trusted the midfield a bit more. I'm not sure, but it is coming up to January now, and he's played a handful of minutes all season, and that's with injuries as well. We've had Trossard's been out, Saka's been out, Odegaard's been out, Eze's been out of form, and he's still not seeming to get a chance or looking into a proper chance. Yeah, he might get 5 minutes here or there, but it's to the point where are we stagnating his development a bit? Because last season he came in and got a run, and he filled that Odegaard void for us just as well, if not better than Eze did when Odegaard was out this season. And it seems like we just sort of forgot that. And I get we were sort of had no choice last season. This season we've got a bit more of a choice, but I think he was so... We were met, like, maybe not all of us, but I know definitely me. I was looking at him going, is this Yamal? Have we got another Yamal situation here? He's absolutely different mustard. I was thinking he looks better than Saka than when Saka first came in. And I was like, we've really got something. And then all of a sudden it's like, we don't even talk about him anymore.